see any sign of tracks.
Not a sign.
Look, why don't we split up, meet up by that rim rock?
All right. Be mighty careful, little Joe. If we get that old timber wolf all boxed in, he ain't gonna be at all sociable.
Right. Hey. Hey, wait a minute! Hey, wait a minute! Hey!
Little Joe, where are you?
Down here, Haas!
Hey, Joe. That ain't no Lobo.
I sure ain't.
What is she, an Indian girl?
No, it looks like a gypsy to me.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't never seen one of them up close before.
I almost killed her.
How?
I thought she was that wolf.
Gypsy girl.
Well, we were aware of that, Doctor. Is she going to be all right?
Can't hurt a gypsy. They're built to endure.
I don't know, Doc. She looked like she was pretty well shook up to me.
Oh, she'll come out of it all right. Just give her a day in bed and then send her on her way.
Yeah, well, where's that?
Wherever her people are.
Well, we don't exactly know where her people are, Doctor.
Oh? Well, soon she's on her feet, you'd best turn her over to the sheriff in Virginia City.
Oh, what for? She didn't do anything.
She will, boy. She will. Just give her a chance. She's a gypsy, isn't she?
Is that as bad as being an Indian?
Sometimes it's worse. Well, evening, Ben. Little Joe. Haas.
Good night, Doc.
Good night, Doc.
He doesn't care much for gypsies, does he?
I guess a lot of people don't trust her much.
A lot of people don't trust no tumbleweed folk much.
Well, I don't think that little girl can do much harm while she's here with us. Maybe when she wakes up, we can find out where her people are.
She sure is pretty, ain't she, little Joe?
She sure is, like nothing I've ever seen.
Well, sounds like she's waking up. Better take a look at her.
Well, I'll check her, Pop.
Hey, Paul, how come Adam didn't come back with the doctor?
No, he's staying in town overnight.
Go away.
I won't hurt you.
Where is this place?
It's the Ponderosa, Nevada. How's your head?
Go away.
It's cold. It's cold, and I think that you ought to keep the cover over you. Hey! Hey, what'd you do that for? All right, you just go ahead and freeze if you want to.
Well?
How is she?
Well, gypsies are supposed to be mean. She's doing fine.
What'd you do to your hand?
She bit me.
She bit you?
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, little Joe. If a gypsy bites anything like a polecat, you're in trouble. If you start foaming at the mouth...
Yeah, I know. Drink plenty of Jamaica ginger.
Why did she bite you?
I don't know.
Say anything about her folks? Or what happened to her?
No, nothing.
I'll talk to the girl in the morning.
I wouldn't get too close to her.
You see that star?
Yeah, it's the North Star.
I would like to reach up and pluck it out of the sky.
Oh, it's a long ways up.
No, it's so close I can feel the cold on my face.
Oh, maybe you better get back in bed.
The night is the inside of a black bell. It rings forth the spirits of the dead.
Don't worry. It's just that Lobo wolf we've been trying to catch.
Go away.
Now, will you bite me again if I don't? Where are the folks you belong to?
I have no one.
Come on, everybody has someone.
Why do you care about me? Is it because I am pretty and you want to kiss me? Come and do it. I am waiting for you.
Now, look, I don't know what's bothering you, but I brought you here and I feel responsible for you. Now, I want to find out where you belong, and that's all.
You're walking in your father's shoes.
And what does that mean?
You're playing like you are a man, but you are a little boy.
On what makes you so grown up?
I'm past being grown up. I'm old and withered. I am dead.
And I don't know what you're talking about. You're the craziest girl I ever ran into.
Go away before I turn you into a toad.
You don't have to eat crumbs, young lady. Have a decent breakfast if you want it.
I don't need your food.
Well, you're welcome to it if you should need it. My name is Ben Cartwright.
You are a rich man, Ben Cartwright.
Well, I do have much to be grateful for.
I would have to steal to have so much.
Well, there are other ways. Tell me, what were you doing out there all alone?
Howling at the moon.
Well, I suppose that is respectable for young wolves, but not for young ladies. Where are your people?
Why do you want to know? Would you invite them to eat with you?
Well, I want to know so that I can return a young girl to them. I think they've lost one.
They did not lose me. I am not like them. I'm different.
Well, how? What makes you different?
There is no one in front of me and no one in back. I may go anywhere I want to go and be whatever I wish to be.
What is it that you wish to be?
I wish to be free. I do not like your house. Go away.
What's the matter? Hey, give me that.
Let me go.
Not till I find out what's going through that crazy head of yours. Why do you try to kill yourself?
I'm Gaffe. I am a witch. The animals, they know it.
If you mean those horses, it was your dress that spooked them. They're not used to bright colors, nothing else.
No, it is the dark star. It is the dark star.
Look at there, boy. It looks like them gypsies are going to make camp right here on the Ponderosa.
Now, they probably come to pick up a young friend.
How'd they know she was here?
Well, doctor. Imagine it's all over Virginia City by now.
They did not come for me.
Now, look, young lady, I don't know what problems you may have had with your people before, but don't you think it's time to straighten them out now?
You do not understand.
No. I guess you're right, I don't. I have 3 sons and no daughters. I always found women a mite harder to understand than men. They're more sensitive. And... Now, look, I'll forget about those dishes if you'll come along now and give things another try.
No.
Well, those are your people. You belong with them.
No.
All right. If Muhammad won't go to the mountain.
Zurka, we have visitors.
Oh, welcome, friends. I, Zurka, welcome you.
I should be welcoming you. My name is Ben Cartwright. My son, Haas. This is the Ponderosa, Cartwright land. If you don't mind my asking, how did you get through our fence line?
Oh, it is in need of repair. Fences are always in need of repair.
I presume you came to pick up the girl.
The girl.
Yes, we found her half dead in the timber country. Gypsy girl.
You are Barosan, my brother. You're a great man, I can see it. I'm sure that you will let my people stay on your beautiful land until the dark sky clears. We are heading across the mountains, in the place where the Mustangs run wild.
What about the girl?
She's no longer one of us. She's Gaffe, a bringer of misfortune.
She's a child.
Oh, the devil is fond of children.
You mean to say that poor little girl, you think she's bewitched?
We know it, Barosan.
You left her here to die.
We left her behind us.
She's a human being. She's not an animal. And we have laws in this country governing responsibility.
We stay away from the law, and the law stays away from us.
Well, maybe you won't be able to do that this time.
Well, I'll think it over, Barosan. You will let us stay, huh?
On one condition. That you take the girl and go when the weather clears.
I can promise you that we will go. But now, Barosan, when we are here, maybe we can do some business. We have fine horses to sell.
Well, we buy our horses in Virginia City.
But none like the beasts of Roman. Aspero. Backs like iron. Hoofs like the wind.
Well, Paul, it can't do no harm to take a look at them.
Well... What do you want for the stallions?
150 apiece.
How much?
For both. All 3?
No. They aren't worth half that.
Oh, you're a hard man to deal with, Barosan.
No, not usually. These horses have been fixed. Oh, the Indians have been known to use similar methods. The teeth have been bored and filled with birchwood to hide their age.
This one's leg's been blistered on this side to balance up with that lame one on the other, too, Paul.
Touch of arsenic in their feet?
You insult us.
I was right. You're a great man, Barosan. With an eye of a gypsy. I like you. My wife will tell you a fortune. For nothing.
I'm afraid not.
No, but we will talk. You will tell me your life and I'll tell you my life.
Another time.
No, tonight. Tonight is All Hallows Eve. It's a big celebration. We'll have a roast pig, and we will dance and drink Kimmel, a lot of Kimmel. You'll join us.
I'm afraid not.
But you must come. You must bring the pig. You do have a pig, huh?
Yes, we have a pig.
So bring the pig, and you are welcome.
But I'm afraid we're saving our pig for a little celebration of our own.
So don't bring the pig, and you are welcome too.
Thanks anyway. Enjoy yourself. And remember what I said about the girl. I expect you to come for her.
And stay in good health, Barrison.
Hi. You know, I still don't know your name.
Tirza. Why do they call you Little Joe?
That's just a nickname. It doesn't mean anything.
Venom of spiders protects us from wild animals and savage dogs.
Colt 45 will do the same thing.
It will not rain tonight.
Tirza, what did you mean about the dark star? Being a witch?
When I was a little girl, I sat by a stream like this. I watched the fish and dreamed that I was one of them, slipping through the warm silence, my silver scales reflecting sunlight.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a grizzly.
I can be a fish if I want.
What are you doing?
Digging for wild artichokes. The gophers store them, and I am hungry.
You're sure a funny girl.
Why did you stop me?
When?
Before?
Why'd you try to kill yourself?
For the same reason I bit you.
And why's that?
Because I'm a witch.
Are you strong, Tirza?
Yes, strong and well.
I'm Joe Cartwright.
Go away, Guile. Back to your own kind. Go watch over your kingdom. Leave us alone.
Tirza wants me to leave, then I will.
What do you want, Spiro?
To see that you are happy. I did not know they left you behind until it was too late. It was the old woman's work.
And if you had known, what then?
I might have changed her mind. The Bruja is my grandmother. I can influence her. A glass of metaxa. A laugh or two. She would listen to me.
And all you would want for that service is to hold me in your arms for all the nights that are to come.
Maybe not all.
I would rather lie in the arms of a snake.
Drop it. I said drop it. All right, get on your horse and clear out.
Remember my face, Gallo. It'll be the last one you see in this world.
Not only do they think she's bewitched, she thinks so too.
Sounds like they've been driving her home hard enough to her to make her believe it. Where's she now?
She's asleep. She's quite a girl, though. Isn't she, Joe?
Yeah, Pa.
Adam, you don't think there'll be anything worthwhile at the auction?
No, I didn't like the looks of those Mustangs. Kind of runty. I understand the gypsies tried to peddle some of their broken-down geldings that they'd fixed up.
Did quite a good job, too. You know, the average buyer probably wouldn't notice the difference for quite some time.
Well, they'd have to go some out Fox you, Pa.
Hey, Paul. One of our little Poland China pigs is plumb gone.
Seems I was supposed to supply a pig one way or another.
And looks like you did get outfoxed.
No, I didn't, because they're going to pay for that pig one way or another.
I don't know, Paul. That old gypsy Zerka, he could charm his way out of a Comanche scalping.
He's not going to charm his way out of paying for that pig.
Well, yes, I gotta see.
Yeah, me too. How about you, Adam? Come on along.
No, I think I better keep an eye on the house in case they back in one of the wagons and take out the furniture.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here, Baro-san.
I'm sorry to barge in like this, but I have the strange feeling that that pig belongs to me. Does it?
I don't know. I really don't know, Baro-san. It wandered here into the camp, poor lost soul. Do you think it is yours?
Now, Zurka, you know it is. That's a very expensive animal.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Baro-san. I don't know how to repay you. I have only a few dollars. But maybe you would consider a barter. Wait. Baro-san, it is not much, but it is pure silver and carved with a loving heart.
This is worth much more than that pig. No, I couldn't possibly take it.
But look, I took your pig too. It will ease my conscience. Please take it. Let's not talk about it, and we'll have a drink.
I don't know.
You must taste some of your pig.
What's that?
This is milk, mixed with the blood of an unborn calf.
It's a delicacy, Haas.
Give you strength.
Yes, sir.
Zurka, tell me, why do you think the girl is bewitched?
Oh, she was born on a dark star. Her mother died in her efforts. It's very bad.
Well, does a mother's death make a child evil?
Sometimes. You know, our beliefs are old and strong, and we must live as they tell us.
Well, is there nothing in your beliefs about mercy, compassion?
Yes, but is it possible to have mercy and compassion for a girl who can turn herself into a wolf? After your son, Barasan.
Zurka, I respect your beliefs, but I'm not a man who goes along much with spirits and witches and the like. You know, I've found that the only evil in this world is the humankind.
But the evil in man doesn't come from nowhere. It is born in a dark world beyond the world we know, and it's sent here on purpose.
You really believe that girl can turn herself into a wolf?
Yes. She must plague our house. The devil drives her. He possesses our children and drives them against us. She's evil, believe me.
Oh, I can't believe it. I don't think so. I do think that poor girl is suffering. Not from an evil in her, but from some kind of despair and loneliness because her own people rejected her and persecuted her.
You're a Gaio. You're a civilized man. The understanding for the devil and his ways is being bred out of you.
Zurka, have you ever seen any real evidence of the devil in her? Or are you afraid of her because she was unlucky enough to have been born under some weather-obscured star? You know, a man, possibly you've never heard of him, once said, "The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves."
I like your words. They're good words, but not our words. I've seen too much of evil. Go after your son. He's in danger.
The danger is in the flesh, not fantasy. My son can take pretty good care of himself in that department. Zurka, give the girl a chance. You may be wrong.
Maybe, but I'm not.
Well, I guess it's not going to storm after all. Well, thanks for the Super Bowl.
And thanks for the pig.
You run faster than any buck deer I ever saw.
Little Joe, little Joe. Like a black panther from the depths of night, in a dark dream, once I saw my lover steal away.
Why'd you come to the camp and dance like that?
To frighten them, to see their faces.
There's so many things I just can't understand about you.
We live in two worlds, little Joe. In my world, there are demons and spirits who eat up living souls like grain and fly about the night in wagons made of smoke. I'm one of them. I know it, and my people know it.
You listen to me. I don't want you talking that way anymore. You know more of a witch than I am. Somehow they've got you thinking things that just don't make sense.
You are a tree. I see you as a tree, so firm, a part of the land, with your roots dug deep into the ground. Your arm is like a branch. I wish I were a tree. I would stand over little children and guard them from harm. Maybe I am not a witch. Maybe I am good to think such thoughts.
Of course you're good. I know you are.
Your heart is beating. Is it because I am near you?
Yes.
Am I beautiful?
You're very beautiful.
Can we talk of love sometime? Hold me. Hold me. Little Joe.
You refused our help. You were driven away from our house.
The devil is in me. Help me.
There is only one way to help you. Do you know what that means? That means pain beyond anything you ever known. Agony that will tear at your mind and sear your soul.
I don't care. Even if it would mean my death.
Anybody here? Kyle! Where's Tirzah?
She's in the mountains. There's nothing you can do for her now, Gaio. She is the devil. She has changed herself into a wolf and slaughtered chickens. My people are going to help her.
What do you mean, help her?
They're going to stake her to the ground and pick at her soul until she screams for mercy. But they will only dig deeper until they have found the rotten spot and scooped it out. And then they will leave her body limp and her mind a useless thing. I could have killed you both on your moonlit rock of love. It would have been easy. It would have been too easy. It would have only given me a moment or two. This way, I can see them scar her mind as she has scarred my face. I can make you crawl as I have crawled.
I know what they're trying to do, Tirzah. Don't let them!
But I want them to. Don't you see?
No, I don't see.
All I see is a lot of talk that doesn't make sense.
But it does. The devil is in me. They will take him away and make my soul as clean as air.
Here's that don't!
Asmodeus, the Bruja is here. She will drive you back into the world of the dead. At the end of the world, there's a hole through which one can descend in the underworld. This can be reached by following the direction taken by the setting sun. The journey should be made on 2 cocks, harnessed together. Underworld. It is time to sleep. It takes 2 months walking through darkness before one sees a light. It is a cavernous passage guarded by 9 white dogs. The passage leads directly to the castle of the Black Man-Eating Emperor. The castle is in that flagon. And when it bursts, he shall be released from the soul of this girl. What's your name?
Tirza.
How old are you?
19.
How long has the devil been in you? How long?
Since my birth.
Why does he possess you? Tell me, tell me.
Oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
What is the devil's name?
I don't know.
What is his name?
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. Can you see him now?
No.
I want you to see him. See his goat's face and fiery eyes, the hairy, twisted body, and the cloven hoof. Blood, bones, claws, hoofs, horns. Can you see him now?
No.
Three times from east to west, and 3 times from west to east. Scorpions, feathers, spiderweb. I conjure thee, Asmodeus. I exorcise thee, O ancient serpent, by the judge of the living and the dead, that from this girl thou, with fears and afflictions of thy fury, speedily depart.
Little Joe, I am free.
Coffee?
No, thanks. I wanted to talk to you.
Go ahead, boy.
Well, you remember once you told us that we could have a piece of this land when it was time.
That's right. Is it time, boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, if that's what you want. This is a fine young woman. I'd be proud to have her for a daughter.
Zurka, come in, please.
Well, Barasan, the sky clears, so we are on our way as I promised. It was a good land, and we are grateful for the hospitality.
Well.
The girl is coming with us. Our house is her house now.
Tirza's not going with you.
You want her, young man?
Yes.
But it is our way that if a man marries, he has to join the girl's family. You have to become a gypsy.
Tirza's going to stay here with me.
No, little Joe. I cannot stay.
What do you mean you can't stay?
Remember the fish in the stream? I wanted to be one of them. I am one of them now. I've waited so long to see love in their eyes, instead of fear and hate. It is in my heart to go.
Tirza, you can't go. Do you understand I love you more than anything in my life?
You are a tree, Joe, not a fish. You must stand tall and watch over this land that is yours.
Tirza,
Stay here and think of me sometimes when the stars are in the skies. I will have memories of you always. Goodbye, little Joe.
You have a good son. I always wished to have a son like this. So many times I tried to make a son of Spiro.
Yes, I'm sorry about Spiro.
He's better off in the land of the mulos. He'll find peace and judgment for his sins.
Then you know what he was trying to do.
Yes. We found a wolf's paw on his body. It was still wet with blood. It was our mistake.
You know, Zurka, sometimes it's possible to see the devil when you're looking for the devil.
Our mistake was that we didn't see the devil in Spiro.
Maybe so.
Goodbye, my brother, and may you have a long life.
Hey, now, why don't you look where you're going?
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Well, you don't sound half sorry to me.
Look, I said I was sorry. Why don't we leave it at that?
If you don't mind, we'll call the shots. Now, suppose you use the other side of the street. Joe! Joe, come here! Your daddy's calling you, little boy.
Right, I'll take you one at a time.
Joe!
What's the matter, Joe? Didn't you hear me calling you?
You see what they were trying to do?
Yes, I saw what they were trying to do. I also saw the half-dozen men across the street ready to back them up.
Yeah, well, I don't care how many there are. Look, what's got into this town? You can't walk down the street anymore. We're just gonna stand by and let them get away with it.
Now, look, do you think that walking into a trap they deliberately set for you and getting your head broken is going to stop them? Now, get along to Mr. Cameron's store and help Haas load the supplies. I'll round up Adam and join you.
Now, Cameron, what's your answer?
You know my answer. I won't back down for you or Sam Bryant or any of the gang.
Well, now, that's just plumb too bad.
No.
Killed him. Now, whatever make you say a thing like that?
Sure, don't stand.
Hey, Sheriff, what kind of town you running here? Gonna stand there and let that fella hold a gun on me?
Sheriff, he killed my husband.
Well, Miss Cameron, you don't mean that.
You killed him.
Miss Cameron, that's a terrible thing to say. Why, I got some friends that'd be downright upset to hear you say a thing like that.
We know who your friends are. Why don't you leave her alone?
Here, let me handle this. Back, come on.
I don't know what make her say a terrible thing like that.
You killed him, Perkins, and you know it.
I'll take care of this, Cartwright. All right, Perkins, let's go. I'm locking you up.
All right, Sheriff. If that's what you think you ought to do. Nice, neat place you got here, Sheriff. Real nice. Yes, sir, you keep it up real nice.
You know the way, Perkins.
Anything you say, Sheriff. Anything you say.
Right in there, Perkins.
Waste of time you locking me in here. You know that, don't you? But if that's the way you want to do business.
Howdy, Sheriff. They tell me you got one of my boys in here. How much is bail gonna run?
Circuit judge is in town, Brian. I ain't setting no bail. That's a judge's job.
Well, I suppose the judge has got to earn his money, too.
That you, Sam?
Sure is, Farmer. They treating you good?
Just fine, Sam. Just fine as can be.
They don't treat you right. You just let your old friend Sam Bryant know, you hear?
Don't tell me to let Perkins go already.
No, they ain't. But it might be a real good idea. Not this time, Bryant. Judge Scribner's in town. He says he'll hold a hearing on Farmer Perkins down at Town Hall just as soon as he can get there.
You know something? I sure hate to see outsiders like the judge get mixed up in our private affairs. I think outsiders ought to tend their own business. And that goes for you Cartwrights, too. See you later, Sheriff. Gentlemen.
See Farmer Perkins get a fair hearing now, don't you?
All right, now sit down, everybody.
Go right ahead, Your Honor.
Are the witnesses present?
Two of them are right here, Your Honor.
Your Honor, before you start, I think you should know these two didn't say a thing.
Are you acting as lawyer for Mr. Perkins?
Well, Your Honor, I'm acting like just what I am. Farmer Perkins' friend.
I'll not have any more of these outbursts. All right, Mrs. Cameron. Is Mrs. Cameron present in the court?
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Doctor?
Mrs. Cameron is in no condition to testify at the present time.
Yes, but she was an eyewitness to the alleged crime.
Do you measure emotions by the clock, Your Honor? This woman just saw her husband shot down in cold blood.
Doctor, you'll please resist passing judgment. I ask you if Mrs. Cameron is present in this court.
No, she is not. She's in my office, a very sick woman.
May I ask the nature of her illness?
You certainly may. It's the same sickness that afflicts this entire town. Fear.
Can we now hear from the other witnesses?
Well, sure, we're all witnesses, everyone here.
Hey, that's right. I'll be witness for you anytime, Farmer.
Order. Your Honor. These here are my character witnesses. Best money can buy.
I'll not have a travesty made of my court.
I'll testify, Your Honor. My brother and I were outside a Cameron's store when we heard the shot. We ran in and found Farmer Perkins. Mr. Cameron was on the floor dead and his wife was standing over him.
That's exactly the way it happened.
But you did not see the actual shooting.
No, Your Honor, we did not.
All right, Mr. Perkins.
Well, now, Your Honor, my good friends here, the Cartwright boys, they've already said all I know. It was the same thing with me, exactly. I heard a shot. I ran in, and that was poor Mr. Cameron. And that right pretty wife of his. Don't suppose she shot him, do you?
Hey, that's right there, Farmer. She must have done
Are there any other eyewitnesses to the alleged shooting? I mean, other than Mrs. Cameron.
Judge, you know as well as I do what kind of man Farmer Perkins is.
At this moment, Mr. Perkins's character is not on trial. Due to the failure of our only eyewitness to appear, I must adjourn this hearing. I said adjourn it. Only until Mrs. Cameron is available to testify. Meanwhile, the suspect is to remain in the custody of the sheriff.
Hey, now what's he talking about?
Just a minute. He's subject to bail, isn't he? I mean, he hasn't been charged with anything yet.
I've already drawn up the paper, Your Honor.
Hey, let's go. Hey, what was he talking about? Come on, give him a drink.
All right, Ben. You saw it. All legal, right down the line. I could have told you that it'd happen.
Well, I just don't know what's gotten into the people of this town. They're just going to stand by and watch them get away with a cold-blooded murder, because that's all it is, a cold-blooded murder.
Oh, I'm not sure the people of this town care one way or the other.
Now, what you're saying is that this case is closed. Is that it?
Well, you saw what happened. I arrested Perkins, I had a hearing, and he's out there walking around.
Look, Sheriff, if you want to do something, why don't you start by arresting Sam Bryant? He's the head man.
On what charge, son? Associating with bad company? Keeping order in the mines? That's what he was hired for. That's what him and his men do.
No, it's gone a lot further than that, Sheriff. They've taken over the whole town.
So they have.
We could have stopped it before it went that far.
By myself, with no deputies, not a soul to back me up. What is it you expect me to do?
Well, I don't know what to expect of you, but I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Beth Cameron to testify. And if she does, the judge is going to reopen the hearing and set a trial immediately. And if that's done, will you rearrest Farmer Perkins?
I'm a practical man, Ben. And a sociable one. I don't like taking chances on my life. But if I'm going to, I want company. Now, I got the right to swear in deputies. And deputies is what I want before I go after Farmer Perkins again. Now, you made the complaint, Ben. Now, I've offered the same chance to half the people in this town.
I know Beth Cameron will testify. There was a hearing a while ago. You were needed at that hearing. You weren't there.
What do you want me to do? Isn't one killing enough? My husband's dead, isn't he? My husband tried to stand up to Sam Bryant and they killed him. And if I try to stand up to them, they'll kill me. Is that what you want?
No, of course not. And it won't happen. Suppose my sons and I promise to protect you. Would you testify then?
Can you promise to protect all of Virginia City? And the judge? Can you promise to keep Perkins in jail, that he won't go free? Or break out and come after us?
All right, Mrs. Cameron. Let's just say that your husband died for nothing.
Ben, wait. Please, help me.
Now, Judge Scribner will be in town for a few more hours only. He says he'll hold a trial if he can have witnesses.
Will you come for me, Ben?
You can depend on that, Mrs. Cameron.
You're so smart, you do it. Come on. Come on, you take it. Come on, big strong man. Come on, wait, come on. Okay, go. Come on there. Come on there, Jim. Come on there. Come on there. Take him, Jim. Come on, go get him. Go get him. Put him down there. That's it, Jim. You got him. You got him. That's it, boy.
I ain't never lost him.
Well, you just run out of luck.
Oh, go on, Farmer. You could take him.
Come on, Sean.
Come on now.
Come on, go get him.
Come on, Farmer.
Come on, Farmer. Come on, take him. Come on, I want to see you. Take him there. Come on.
All right, boys, leave them right where they are.
Now, you wouldn't want to spoil all the fun, would you, boys? The trial's going to resume at 1 o'clock.
Trial? Again? That judge sure was a glutton for punishment, ain't he, boys?
Yeah, wait. What trial are you talking about? That trial's
It's
over.
all right, boys. Don't get excited. We're going to have a repeat performance. Come on down to the courthouse with me.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry, Farmer. We're all with you.
boy. We're with you, Farmer.
Take care now.
Will you answer the question, please, Mrs. Cameron?
Farmer Perkins threatened to wreck our store unless my husband paid him for
for what he called protection. My husband said he'd never back down. Farmer Perkins drew his gun and shot my husband.
Thank you, Mrs. Cameron. The defendant will please rise. Since you waive trial by jury, it becomes my sworn duty to pass sentence on you. I hereby find you guilty of murder as charged. Mr. Perkins, I sentence you to hang by the neck until dead. The execution is to take place in the yard of the town jail tomorrow at dawn. This case is closed.
You hold the top cars, temporarily. Not for long. I promise you, Cartwrights, you'll never live to see the day that Farmer Perkins hangs.
I've never seen a jail cell before.
Well, this isn't a cell, Mrs. Cameron. This is the sheriff's room.
Do I have to spend the night here?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, ma'am. See, we haven't got enough men to watch your house, and Pa thought you'd be a lot safer in protective custody.
What are they doing?
Can't have a hanging without a gallows, ma'am.
Killings and beatings and now a hanging. Won't we ever have a decent town to live in?
That's what we're trying to get, Mrs. Cameron. You have to believe that.
Well, Judge, all I can say is that the example you set us today was a very necessary one. And I can assure you that by the time you get back here next month, things will be a lot more peaceful around here.
Well, thank you very much, Ben. Please don't wait around. The stage will be leaving in a few minutes.
Oh.
Your boys will be needing you at the jail.
As a matter of fact, Judge, those boys can get along without me very well. Although I wouldn't want them to know that. But we are a bit short-handed. Good night, sir.
Good night, Ben, and good luck.
Yeah.
Over there. Tie his hands. Keep an eye on him. Norton, take a couple of the boys and circulate around out there. Let me know if you hear anything.
Right, Sam.
That's all, boys. Game's over. Got some writing to do.
Sure that gallows is going to be ready on time.
What time is dawn?
5 o'clock, a little before 5. But I've got the hanging set for 5 o'clock sharp.
We won't keep the farmer waiting. What is it, Sheriff? What's the matter?
Hey, sir, where's your hurry? You running for re-election?
Where's your dad? What's keeping him? He ought to have been here a half hour ago.
I know, I'm getting worried about him.
The judge has probably trapped him into some long-winded discussion of the law or something.
No, not tonight.
I just wanted to make sure this was no crazy man's idea of a joke. Read that.
Hang Farmer Perkins and we hang Ben Cartwright. Set Farmer Perkins free, give him a horse and a half-hour head start, and we'll send Cartwright back to you.
Shut up, Perkins. You'll still hang. Or Willie. Now, I don't want to rub it in, but you boys got us into this. Now, if you've got any suggestions for getting us out.
Have you?
Just this. Before you three go off half-cocked, let me give you a little advice. There's only one sensible way to get out of this mess.
What's that?
Let Farmer Perkins go.
We don't see it your way, Sheriff.
No, we don't.
All right. You boys think you're a match for old Sam Bryant? One of the toughest, smartest gunmen that ever shot up a mining camp? Him and his men outnumber us 5 to 1. He's got this whole town in his grip. They're so scared of him.
Has he got you scared too, Sheriff?
I got just one life, Joe. It's against my principles to bet it wildly. But now, if you boys want to play games with your father's life as the prize, you got the authority. Now, let's see if you can come up with a practical plan.
We got 6 hours. We ought to be able to come up with something.
Like what?
Like a search. Search every house till we find Pa.
How do you know he's in town? Maybe they've got him hid in a mine or someplace. Besides, we got neither the time or the men for a search.
Sheriff, let me ask you something. What would happen if we went right ahead with the preparation for the hanging just like nothing happened? Then they never would know whether we got that message or not.
Could just send another messenger.
That's right. And we'd be waiting for him.
And we'd jump him.
No. We'd follow him. We'd follow him right to where they're holding our paw.
Now, that's the first good suggestion I've heard tonight. Adam, you stay here. I'll take the boys, stake them out so we can keep an eye on anybody that might come around. Let's go. Howdy, Doc.
There's some of us you can count on, Sheriff. We're spotted around watching the jail in case Sam Bryant and his men try to rush it.
Well, that's not Sam Bryant's way of thinking. But I'm much obliged to you anyway, Doc.
All right.
Hey, Doc.
Yes?
We're expecting a caller. Don't stop him. Just keep out of sight.
We'll do that.
Thank you. Hoss, over there by those stairs. Joe, get back here in the alley.
Right.
Keep your eyes sharp.
Let's go.
I'm still the sheriff here.
We sure needed that one alive.
Yeah, there's nothing I could do. Not if I wanted to stay alive myself. See what we can do for the sheriff.
Joey's hit pretty bad. You go get the doc and I'll get him over to his house.
Right.
What's happened? What was that shooting going on out there?
How should I know? Can't see a thing from here.
It was Allen. They shot him down. He got the sheriff.
How far away? They didn't see you come here.
No, they didn't see me. Sam, why don't we give it up? They got guns guarding that jail.
I'm giving up nothing. I'm getting Farmer Perkins out of that jail. And I'll still be running this town.
I like the way you talk, Sam. I'm with you. You can count on me.
Good boy.
Sleep.
Sure hope the sheriff makes it.
Doctor's doing everything he can for him, Adam. Besides, it's our Paul we ought to be worried about.
Well, we already tried one scheme, and all we did was kill the messenger that might have led us back to him.
You talk like we might as well give up. What are you figuring on doing? Just sitting there?
Well, now, if you've got any ideas, I'd like to hear them.
Well, I'm with Haas. We got to do something.
Well, just exactly what?
Well, we could at least go around to the saloons and see if we couldn't pick up something.
Look, Sam Bryant's got his spies all over the place. You'll only pick up what he wants you to pick up.
You sure think he's smart, don't you?
Yes, I do, because he is. I'm beginning to feel the key lies in Bryant's mind.
What do you mean?
A couple hours ago, when the sheriff was all set to let Farmer Perkins go, you were both against it. Now, do you still hold to that?
Well, Adam, that was a couple hours ago. We still thought we could find Paul by dawn.
And now you're not so sure.
Well, you're not making it any easier the way you're going about it.
Look, all I asked was if you're still intent on hanging Farmer Perkins.
I don't know. I don't want to stand here and play question and answer games. They got my father out there and they threatened to kill him. Maybe you forgot that, brother, but I haven't.
Joe, I feel the same way about it you do. I done told you that. But Paul sure wouldn't want us all fighting among ourselves.
Right, then let him start making sense.
Well, if you give me a chance, maybe I will. Now look at it this way. What would Bryant do if, say, come dawn, we simply went ahead and hung Farmer Perkins?
Regardless of what Sam Bryant said he'd do to our pa.
Regardless.
Now, what would you do if you were wrong, Adam? Would you go out to my father's grave and say, "I'm sorry, Pa, I made a big mistake"?
Joe, he's my father, too.
Adam, I sure hope you're right in your thinking. Because I don't like the sound of it any more than Joe does.
Look, if we let Farmer Perkins go, then Sam Bryant has proved that you can get away with murder in this town. And he'll have no qualms about going ahead and hanging Pa anyway.
You still haven't told me how we're going to get Pa away from him.
On the other hand, we go ahead and hang Farmer Perkins, and we show that we punish murderers. And Sam Bryant will see that his only chance is to let Pa go.
Oh, come on, Adam. First you stand there and tell me how smart you think Sam Bryant is, then you say he's going to back down. He's never been afraid of the law in this town.
No, but he's never been charged with murder either. And once Sam Bryant knows that he's facing a murder charge, I figure he'll be smart enough to back down. And that's why we got to go ahead and hang Farmer Perkins.
I'm sorry, Adam. I can't go along with it. It's too big a gamble.
Adam, you go right ahead thinking like that if you want to. But you're going to have to do it alone. We're going to go find Pa. Come on, Joe.
Try it one more time. Only shorten the rope a bit. That farmer's a tall one. Don't want his feet to touch bottom.
Old Comstock staying up for the hanging.
Yeah, there's no lack of people. Not one single lead on Pa.
Yeah. Come on, little Joe. We still got lots of looking to do.
What you looking at?
I just wanted to see exactly what kind of a life I'm putting in the balance with my father's.
Before you let me go, huh?
What makes you think I'll let you go?
You don't worry me none. Brian will get me out of here. He's smart. And besides, what kind of son would swap his own pa's life for mine?
You got 90 minutes left. You want to talk to a preacher? What's so funny?
I killed a preacher once. Back in Kansas, I think it was.
What for?
For preaching at me.
Why don't you write a note?
To whom?
To your sons. Tell them I'm running out of patience. Right off. Tell them to let Farmer Perkins go. In 1 hour, their father will be wearing a new necktie.
I raised my sons to make their own decisions.
4:08. Time's run out for looking anymore.
Yeah, they've got him out there somewhere.
Yeah, if we just knew where.
But even if we knew, 3 of us against 10 or more of them.
It's a risk I'd be willing to take, Adam, for what we got at stake.
All right, so would I. But in a wild gunfight, who'd be sure and get killed? One of Bryant's men would take it out on Pa first.
Come on in here.
Where you going?
Guild Saloon. I'm going to announce exactly where I stand so it'll be sure and get back to Bryant.
Well, if you can convince that bunch over there, you can convince me.
Well, just remember, a lot of Bryant's men will be there to stir the mob up against me. Lock the door after us.
You better hurry back. The hanging's at 5.
Bring Cartwright over here. Sorry we couldn't build you a fancy gallows like the town. We'll just have to make do. Get up on the table.
Ain't you gonna wait to see if they hang the farmer?
Sure. Just want to see if the noose is high enough. What's the matter with you, Norton? Something bothering you?
No, nothing.
I'll hang him. I like doing it. Whether they hang my friend Farmer Perkins or not, I'll enjoy it.
Perfect fit. Cartwrights, you never looked so good to me. Get out.
Now, I want Sam Bryant and all of you to understand the following. From now on, all murders will be hanged in Virginia City. And the first hanging to take place will be that of Farmer Perkins this morning at 5 a.m. as scheduled. And any future murderers will also be hanged. And if Sam Bryant wants to escape hanging, he'll let my father go.
I know Bryant, kid, better than you do. He don't fool around. You're signing your pa's own death warrant. It's that badge, that stinking badge is going over there.
Is it the badge? Is it the law, the principle?
It's only part of it. So that's the way Pa would think.
And it's all a matter of your thinking that you know Bryant's mind. That you can outbluff him in this little poker game you're playing.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to that.
But Adam, it's Paul's life you're gambling with. What if you lose?
Don't you think I thought of that?
Cartwright, your son Adam's now acting sheriff. Says he's going to go ahead and hang Farmer Perkins regardless. And then leaving it up to me whether or not you swing.
Good. Good for him.
He's bluffing.
You think so? You know how stubborn we Cartwrights can be, if we want to be.
Yeah, stubborn, but not stupid. Still time to write him a note. Bring him to his senses.
Why? He's doing exactly what I'd do.
And hang.
Then you'll hang. Because that'd be the last straw this town would need to bring it to its senses. Tell me, Bryant, how do you think it'll feel to hang?
In about 30 minutes, you're going to find out, Cartwright. Remember, that's my rope over there. 30 minutes.
I'm getting out of here, Sam.
Norton! You make another move toward that door, I'll kill you.
No, you won't, Sam. You ain't got the guts to do your own killing. And don't you do it for him, McNeil. One shot, and that'll bring a crowd running in here. And you'll be the one that's gonna hang for killing me, not him.
Now, I stick by Sam and he sticks by me. He's sticking by the farmer, ain't he? Well, he ain't gonna let the farmer hang, is he?
I don't know, McNeil. Why don't you wait and see? And when you find out, you come and let me know. I'll be around.
Where's Haas and Little Joe?
They're outside watching things.
Adam, I know what it's like to lose someone. Do you? And to know that you're the cause of it? Adam, Ben Cartwright's worth 10,000, Farmer Perkins. There's still time. Let Perkins go.
Come on, get up. Put the noose around his neck.
All right, get down.
Come here, I want to show you something. Get on down the corner. You can see the jail from there. Now, when they turn Perkins loose, come on back here and let me know.
What difference does it make? We're gonna hang Cartwright anyway, ain't we?
Just get down there and let me know.
Okay, I just want to be in on the fun, that's all.
You know, there wasn't any need to send the boy. Because they'll hang Perkins, all right. And after they do, they'll be coming here for you.
Let them come. They've been after me before. They haven't got a thing they can prove against me.
They will have. After you hang me.
Shut up, Cartwright. Shut up or I'll yank this table out from under you right now.
You'll never go through with it.
What's so funny?
Old Ben Cartwright. I bet he ain't so high-minded with a rope around his neck.
Let go of me! Come on, let go! Let go of me!
Get, boy. Move, boy.
Let go of me!
We found him down by the corner.
It's McNeil, one of Bryant's men.
What'd you do with my pop? Where is he?
It's 5 o'clock.
You hung the farmer.
We told you we was going to, boy.
All right. All right, you want to know where your pa is? I'll tell you where he is. He's down at the old stable, hanging on the end of a rope. You thought you'd back Sam Bryant down. Well, you go down there and see.
Oh, Joe, no. Go on the stable.
Listen to me, all of you. Look, I brought Ben Cartwright back. I didn't do nothing. Now, look, I'm giving him back his gun. You done right hanging Farmer Perkins.
You turned yellow. You let the farmer down. You're just like Norton said you was. You let other people do your killing for you.
Feel all right, Pa?
Yeah, I'm all right. Fine. You know something? You boys look awful good to me.
Hurry up, Sam. Sam, let it go. Hurry up. Make it fast. This whole town ain't deaf.
Well, it looks like we made it clean, Pardo.
They sure sleep sound in Virginia City, don't they? Let's go.
Sam. Ponderosa's off in that direction.
Well, I reckon I can find it.
You know what you're going to do when you get there.
We've been over it 97 times, Pardo.
Just once more.
All right. I go to the Ponderosa and I hire on as a hand, and I keep my ears open. And if a search party comes down this way, I let you know first. Especially if it's a platoon from the Army.
Then what?
Well, then when things quiet down, I come on back and we light out.
Mark that big old dead tree. We'll be a mile and a half south of here. You'll see a big granite boulder. Leads into a box canyon. That's where we'll be waiting.
You just let old Sam take care of it.
You're my eyes and my ears. I'm dependent on you, Sam. Let's go. Sam, cover up those hoof prints. They'll probably want to know where you came from. Tell them about that ranch you used to work on. That fella was always talking about the Ponderosa. That ought to convince them.
What if it doesn't?
What?
What if somebody starts getting extra nosy?
You got a gun, haven't you, Sam?
I told you it was too much horse for you, Adam.
You're next, Bronc Buster.
That's what they call me.
Hey, Joe, you ain't been making no rash promises to Ellie McClure, have you?
I hadn't had a chance.
You sure? Because there comes her paw and the sheriff right now.
Hey, I wonder what they want.
I don't know, but now, me, I always sort of went for June weddings with lots of apple blossoms.
Hey, well, you know, a fella could do a lot worse than Ellie McClure.
Oh, excuse me all to pieces.
Well, are you gonna ride this thing or not?
Coming up. If you'll excuse me, ladies, it's time for your riding lesson.
Now we'll see some fun.
Ride him, Joe! Ride him, Ride him, Joe! Keep his head up, Joe! Ride him, Ride him, Joe! Keep his head up! That's the way! That's the way! Get him! Come on, boy! Ride him! Stay with him, boy! Ride him!
I told you!
Well, I'm glad somebody enjoyed it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it showed.
What can we do for you?
Well, you wouldn't happen to have an easy job in a cool place, now, would you?
Yeah, but my brothers and I take all of those. What else do you do?
Well, I've accidentally managed to break a horse or two in my day.
Yeah, well, we just happen to have one on hand.
Yeah, well, I was hoping you'd take my word for it.
Now, what's this?
Cowboy wants to try his luck on that hammerhead.
You ever busted any broncs before, Button?
One or two, I guess.
Well, if you ain't for sure, right now it'd be a real good time to back out.
Well, no, I don't reckon I'd want to do that.
You think we should let him do it?
Well, it's his hide.
Some fellers have to learn the hard way, Joe. That's what I call riding a horse.
Oh, well, you gotta admit I tired him out a little bit.
Well, you might as well face it, Joe. Some people just better with horses than others. Nice ride, kid. I'm Adam Cartwright.
Sam Kirby.
These are my brothers, Haas and little Joe.
Hi.
Hi. Pleased to meet you.
You looking for a job, Sam?
Well, Ed Lemp said you might be hiring some hands.
Ed Lemp, you friend of his?
Well, he ramrodded an outfit I work for down in Arizona, the Bar B.
I see. Ed give you a letter to show?
Well, yeah, I got it packed in the saddlebag there, if you really want to see it.
If you say you got it, you got it. How's old Ed in here?
Oh, he's meaner than ever. Still thinks mighty high of the Ponderosa, though.
Well, we pay $30 a month, bunk and beans.
Well, you just hired yourself a hand.
Now, as far as posses are concerned, we got them here, here, and up here.
Looks like you're well covered.
Now, I've been on the telegraph to every lawman in the territory, so I believe we got them pretty well sealed in. That is, within this general radius.
Yeah. Oh, boys. Come in, please. You know Mr. McClure, Sheriff Coffey?
Yeah, Sheriff. Sheriff, how you doing? Hey, Mr. McClure. Are you getting all set for that birthday party Sunday?
I'm hoping we'll be able to have a birthday party, little Joe.
Well, why? What's the matter?
Mr. McClure's bank was robbed last night.
I thought that bank was pretty near robber-proof.
Yeah, so did I. How much they get away with?
Just about all there was. Right now, we'd be lucky if we could pay off 5 cents on the dollar.
Boys, that information is not to leave this room.
You mean the people don't know about it?
Well, they know we've been hit, but they don't know how bad. We can't afford to have a run on the bank right now. If we can get that money back by the 1st of the month, we got a chance to weather it.
You'll be fine, Tom.
Any idea who did it, Sheriff?
Yeah, it could have been the John Potter bunch. He pulled a job just about like this up in Butte last year.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Now, wait a minute, Joe. The sheriff has plenty of help up north. He's holding us responsible for the Ponderosa.
Chances are they'll hold up for a while anyway, till this thing cools down a bit.
And we're to see to it that they don't hold up on our land.
So keep your eyes open for anything unusual. You know, smoke, tracks that hadn't ought to be there, drifters that got a lot more money than they ought to have, anything like that.
Well, we'll let you know if we see anything, Roy.
Much obliged to you, Ben. More than likely they won't come down this way at all, but it don't do no harm to make sure.
No, it doesn't.
Bye.
So long. Mr. McClure, I sure hope Ellie can have that birthday party.
I hope so, too, little Joe. We're waiting to hear from Fort McKay. We're trying to get help from the Army.
Well, I'm sure they'll want to help. So do we, Tom.
Ben, when I think about some of the small ranchers around here, I'm just not man enough to tell them that they've worked 5, 10, 15 years for nothing. It's a tough thing to face up to.
Now, Tom, that's enough of that kind of talk. They'll find Potter and his outfit. You mark my words.
I hope so. Thank you, Ben.
So long, Ben.
So long, Roy.
Must finish breaking those horses, Pa?
No, forget about the horses for now. There's still time to do some looking before it starts getting dark. You boys saddle up and tell the horse and the men.
Hey, Pa, I was just thinking about what the sheriff said about drifters.
Huh? What about them?
Well, we just hired one a little while ago. I just thought I'd mention it.
Now, come on, Joe. Just because he outrode you doesn't mean he's a bank robber.
Look, I told you to stop kidding me.
Wait a minute now, wait a minute. Now, what about this new man?
Well, Ed Lemp sent him. He's all right. Fellow over there by the corral. Sam Kirby. In the gray shirt.
Well, if Ed Lemp vouches for a man, that's good enough for me. Tell Haas and the men to saddle up. We'll cover more ground if we split up in twos. Joe, you take the Arroyo and everything east.
Right, Pa.
Horst.
Yes, sir.
You go down south as far as the wash. Adam and I'll take the west part. All right, take a man and let's get busy.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll bird dog him out of there. Come on. I don't know about you. I think I'm going to stretch a little.
Well, don't you think it's getting kind of late? Shouldn't we get back?
Yeah, after I work out a few schemes.
Wonder how the others are doing.
I don't know. I hope they're doing better than we are. It's funny.
You find something?
Yeah. This bush here. It's been broke off fresh. You reckon how that come to happen?
Well, a stray, maybe.
No, I don't see no tracks. It's peculiar, ain't it?
Well, it's deer brush. Maybe some Indian took it for his fire.
Maybe. Let's me and you take a look around in here.
Haas!
What's the trouble, Joe?
Nothing, I guess. Just from back there, it looked like he was drawing down on you.
Who, Sam here?
Well, I just heard somebody coming. I just wanted to be sure.
Joe, you letting this whole thing spook you, boy.
Yeah, I guess so.
I reckon you was right about that deer brush. Come on, let's get on in for supper. Sure a fine supper tonight.
I never had roast beef that good in my whole life.
Get your gear stowed away?
No, I better get to it.
Want some help?
No, thanks. I don't have that much.
If you need anything, Sam, just holler.
Do you suppose it's something serious?
I don't know. I think the cat's got his tongue.
No, I was just thinking.
About Ellie McClure, no doubt.
No doubt.
No, I was thinking about Sam Kirby.
Well, now, you can't still be stewing about him breaking that horse this morning.
No, I told you that had nothing to do with it.
No, it's like I was telling you before supper. He's all bothered because he thought he caught old Sam drawing down on me out there in the wash. Forget that, Joe. He told you how that happened, didn't he?
Yeah, he told me.
What's the matter with you, then?
I don't know. There's just something about him.
Well, on Friday, we covered the south and the west part. Then yesterday, we took the east. And this morning, we split up and swept north.
No luck, huh?
Nah, none of us Adam found something.
I didn't.
Oh, what kept you?
Well, Sam saw some smoke up around Bitter Creek. Turned out to be Ollie Ludlow's posse.
Yeah.
Ollie's been watching the Dayton Road. Don't I know you, son?
I couldn't say, Sheriff. I don't think I know you.
Roy, this is Sam Kirby. He's working for us now.
Since when?
Since Friday.
Hard on Friday, huh? Where were you Thursday night, Sam?
You mean the night the bank was robbed?
Mm-hmm.
I was on the trail.
You can prove that, of course.
Not unless you want to take the word of my horse.
Sam's all right, Sheriff. Ed Lemp sent him up here from the Bar B.
Oh. How's old Ed?
Meaner than a snake.
Well, I guess, Sheriff, that...
Sheriff, got a message for you from Fort McKay.
Thanks, Rudy. Get my glasses.
Come to town for the picnic, Mr. Cartwright?
Oh, you mean Ella McClure's birthday party? That was being called off, wasn't it?
Looks like they call it back on again. You know about ladies and parties and such. They say it's going to be a real do.
Hot dogs, and that's what I call real good news.
And here's some more good news. The Army's going to bust loose with a whole troop of horse soldiers. Says they'll be here tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow? Well, that is good news, Sheriff. That changes things considerably.
Now we can organize a search that'll really mean something.
Well, Tom McClure will be happy to hear about that.
What's up, Rudy?
Who's that young feller in there, Joe?
That's a new hand we hired. Why?
Well, nothing. I just thought maybe I saw him in town with two other men the night the bank was robbed.
Yeah, you sure?
Well, he sure looks like the feller I seen.
Well, maybe you ought to come in there and tell the sheriff.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I ain't that sure. Anyway, it was kind of a dark night that night.
Well, I'll see you back at the Ponderosa, Mr. Cartwright.
All right, Sam.
Aren't you going to the picnic, Sam?
No, I'm not much good at picnics.
You ain't never seen the kind of picnics we have around here.
Well, I think I'll just ride on back to the ranch, Haas.
Oh, won't you come on? It'll do you good.
Well, some other time.
Old Joe and me are going to look pretty silly packing you all the way over there, ain't we?
Oh, maybe he's got something better to do, Haas.
All right, you win. I'll go.
Come on. Hope she's got some of that blueberry pie. Yes, sir. I sure relish a couple of them blueberry pies for supper.
Now for the team of Adam Cartwright and Troy Fuller. Adam Cartwright.
Come on, show, man. Nothing to worry about, Jim, baby. Get him in there. Professional shooter. That's it. In there. Hey. Easy one.
Easy. Hey, that's a fancy swing there you got. All right, player, come on, boy.
Take care of that.
See what you got here.
Ellie, I wouldn't do all this work for just any girl. I hope you know how much I like you.
You mean I'm the only girl you ever carried a picnic basket for, little Joe?
Well, let's just say you're the only girl I'd carry one for now.
Little Joe Cartwright. Right in front of all these people.
Yeah, well, you know, we could go behind that wagon. All right. All right, I'll get the rest of the groceries.
The pickle fork. Pickle fork? Where did I put the... Haas Cartwright!
Ma'am, there was a great big old horsefly here, and I was just...
I know what you was just. You Cartwrights. If it isn't one thing, it's the other. There'll be no refreshment served until after the games.
Yes'm. Miss Ellie, ain't that your pickle fork over there?
I don't see any. Haas Cartwright!
Remember, ma'am, I'm just a growing boy. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam, come here. What you doing sitting off over there all by yourself?
I'm just watching.
Well, that ain't no way to do it at a picnic. You gotta get around here and meet some of these pretty gals.
Oh, no, don't bother. I'm fine.
Yeah, but you'll be a lot finer when you meet some of these gals. Come here. Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie, I want you to meet a friend of mine. This here's Sam Kirby.
How do you do, Mr. Kirby?
My pleasure, ma'am.
Hey, you better be nice to Miss Ellie. Her father owns a bank.
Is that so?
Well, if you two will excuse me, I better find Paul and Adam and learn them something about shooting them horseshoes.
Do you like picnics, Mr. Kirby?
Well, I don't exactly know.
You don't know?
You see, this is the first one I've ever been to.
Didn't they have picnics where you grew up?
Not hardly.
What kind of a place was that?
I don't think you'd much want to hear about it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be inquisitive.
It's my fault. I didn't mean to give you a short answer.
That's all right. If you'll excuse me, I've got to finish setting this table.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Thank you. I didn't think I was going to have a party today at all.
Is that so?
You heard about the bank being robbed.
Yeah, I heard.
Papa's been awfully upset. And Mama and me, too, naturally.
I guess you would be.
So many people trusted Papa. The Wilsons and Ludlows, even the Cartwrights. I think it would just kill Papa if they were to lose everything.
Well, I don't see where it's his fault.
He feels responsible to his friends. It doesn't matter now anyway. We had some real good news today.
Suppose you mean about the Army coming in?
Yes, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, wonderful.
Ellie? Have you seen the napkins?
Yes, Miss Shoemaker. They're in that basket over there.
Well, come on, girl. The party can't wait all day. Mind setting them out?
Of course not, Miss Shoemaker. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Kirby. I hope to see you again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, as a matter of fact, there's a dance next Thursday. Doesn't amount to much, but the Cartwright boys usually come. Why don't you come along with them?
Well, thank you, ma'am. I think I'd like that.
Thursday, then.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, let me get that. What are you trying to do, Kirby? I wouldn't say I was trying to do anything.
Now, little Joe, Mr. Kirby and I were only talking.
Hey, sure, I saw the way he was talking. It looked to me like he was trying to put his arm around you.
Joe Cartwright.
What business is this of yours, Cartwright? I'm making you my business, Kirby.
Just because I've gone out with you once or twice, it doesn't give you the right to think of me as your personal property.
Now, you stay out of this, Ellie. There's a lot of questions I've been wanting to ask you, Kirby. Now's as good a time as any.
Well, I'm not answering any questions.
Yeah, well, you're gonna answer this one. Where were you Thursday night?
Hurry, please.
Break it up. I say break it up. I mean break it up. It's all right, folks. Everything's all right. Boys were just getting a little hungry, that's all. I think Mr. McClure would like us to adjourn to the tables for a little food.
Yes, friends. Over here. We have fried chicken.
Sam, we didn't mean no harm. We didn't know your back was scarred up like that.
You suppose it'd be all right if I went along now?
Where do you want to go, Sam?
Back to the ranch. If it's all right.
Of course it's all right.
Sam, little Joe didn't mean nothing. We just wanted you to have a good time, that's all.
Haas.
Sam? Put this on. It'll cover your back. Well, it wasn't much of a picnic for him.
Paul, you reckon what to do a man's back like that?
But the only thing I could figure is bullwhip.
What are you all looking at?
Oh, forget it, Joe. Ain't nobody looking at you.
Well, all right, what was I supposed to do?
You didn't have to poke him.
Oh, I didn't have to poke him. Look, he's the one who threw the first punch.
Come on now. You've been down on him ever since he rode that horse.
I told you that's got nothing to do with it.
Well, what is it then, Joe? What do you got against that boy?
All right, I'll tell you. Rudy told me he saw him in town Thursday night. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with a bank robbery.
Hey, Joe, that's going a bit too far, ain't it, boy?
It's a pretty serious charge, Joe. Do you have any real evidence to support it?
Now, Rudy told me he thought he saw him in town.
He thought he saw him in town. And you call that real evidence?
I guess not. I'm sorry, Pa. I should have known better.
All right.
Look, maybe I better ride after him, tell him I'm sorry.
Yeah, good idea.
Me, Sam.
Hello, Sam. How's the boy?
Just fine, Pardo.
Things quieting down?
No. You're getting hot. There's an Army troop of cavalry headed in from Fort McKay.
When?
Well, they're due in Virginia City tomorrow afternoon.
What time?
Well, I'm afraid I didn't say that.
Oh, well. We'll have plenty of time. Where are the posses?
Well, I got them all spotted.
Yeah, you sure?
I had a good long look at the map in the sheriff's office.
The sheriff's office? They must have trusted you pretty good.
Yeah, they trusted me fine. Why?
No reason. Where'd you get the new vest?
Adam Cartwright. He gave it to me.
Gave it to you? I gotta hand it to you. You sure got away with your Sam.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take out of here in the morning before the cavalry pulls in.
Now, what's so funny?
That Cartwright fella giving you his vest.
Ramos!
There's one thing still left for you to do, Sam. I want you to go back to Ponderosa. Spend a little more time with your friends.
Why?
For one thing, you might want to return that vest. You're thinking of turning on me, Sam. You better forget it.
And what makes you say that?
I don't know. I just said it. Now get back to that ranch and find out which way the soldiers are coming in.
Pardo, do I have to go back there?
Yeah, you have to go back there. Where'd you find him?
Looks like he was trailing Sam. Ramus and me thought you might be interested.
You know him?
Yeah. It's Joe Cartwright.
It's a small world, ain't it, Kirby?
I thought you said you had him fooled.
No, not all of us.
What's that mean?
Nothing. Just keep him here. I'm going back to the ranch. Leave him alone!
You going soft, Sam? Oh, tie him up. Get on back to Ponderosa before those Cartwrights get suspicious. And find out which way those horse soldiers are coming in, you hear?
I hear you.
That you, little Joe?
Oh, it's me, Sam.
Oh, I thought Joe'd be with you.
Well, you thought wrong.
It's funny, he rode out of town right after you did. He felt kind of bad about what happened at the picnic today. He went after you to tell you he was sorry.
Oh? Well, you tell him I said not to lose any sleep.
Sam, I haven't known you for very long, but I count you as a friend.
Let me tell you something. A man's only got one friend. One guy in the whole world he can count on who'll go out on a limb for him. And that's himself.
All right. The sheriff's inside.
Sheriff?
Wants to talk to you, Sam.
But why me?
Why don't you ask him that yourself?
That Ed Limp. I tried to convince him to stick it out in this territory, but
He never did think this country would amount to much. Hired out to Arizona.
well, did pretty well out there. But had all that gold and silver right here under his feet.
Yeah, and the lumber and cattle.
Sam? Well, you know the sheriff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sit down, Sam.
No, thanks.
Sheriff tells me he has some information about you. I thought you'd want to be here when he told us.
That's nice of you, Mr. Cartwright.
Seems Sheriff Coffey here got to worrying about you this morning after we left his office.
Well, that was real nice of you, too, Sheriff.
I sent a telegraph message about you down to Barbie Ranch. Old Ed Limp. Here's the answer. It says they let you go more than 6 months back on account of your prison record in Texas.
Did you check on that, too?
Didn't have to. I sent the whole story.
Funny thing about a prison record, Mr. Cartwright. They say you do your time and you pay your price. But don't you believe it.
Sam, did you serve your time out?
8 years. And I was pardoned. I suppose they left that out.
It's all there.
Now, Roy, what's all this about? Since when do we hound a man who's paid for his mistake?
It wasn't exactly a mistake.
Now, just what does that mean?
He murdered his father in cold blood.
Is what he's saying true?
Yeah, some. He was my stepfather, and he needed killing.
Nobody needs killing.
He did. I was 6 years old when my mother died. You know what he did when we come back from the funeral? He took a whip to me. Just to show you, he says. Just to show you things are going to be different from now on. That was my stepfather.
See.
From then on, he beat me every day I can remember. Except when he was too drunk.
And it was he who did that to your back.
He did. So I waited. I waited till I figured I could handle him. And I waited till he was stone cold sober. I wanted him to know what was happening and who was doing it.
That's premeditated murder.
Yeah. And then one night he came for me. And I was ready. And I killed him. I was 14 years old.
That's what you served your sentence for.
For 10 years. I served 8.
I think you better come along with me, boy.
Sheriff, I'm not going anywhere with you.
Kirby, you haven't got a chance against the 4 of us.
Sam. Sam, put up your gun. Put it away. All right. Now, what's the charge against him?
No charge. Don't need any. He can't prove where he was Thursday night, and he's got a prison record. That's enough to take him in.
That's not enough to take a man off this ranch.
Now, what does that mean, Ben?
Roy, half the people in this territory couldn't prove where they were Thursday night. And as for a man having a prison record, once he served his sentence, his debt is paid, and that's it. The boy stays here.
You're refusing to cooperate with the law.
I'm refusing to allow you to lock the boy up without a valid reason. No law in the world says you can do that.
I could deputize some men.
Well, Sheriff, I reckon you better get you a whole bunch of them.
All right, Ben. But it's your responsibility. Ben, you're sticking your neck out a country mile because if you've made a mistake, you're going to have to account for it.
Well, Sam, looks like little Joe and the rest of us owe you a new shirt.
Yep. You go down and get the best one you can find, Sam, with pearl buttons and all.
Sam? Now, what's been said here has been said, and that's the last of it. I want you to know that you have a home here in the Ponderosa for just as long as you want it.
Pa, you'll have to excuse Sam. He has some theories about people going out on a limb. Guess they kind of fell apart, huh?
That's where you're mistaken. Y'all just make me see how right I am. So I got a home in the Ponderosa, have I? Well, I can't use it.
Sam! Now, look, what did we say? That...
Forget it! Just don't you do me any favors. And don't you expect any.
Nope. What got into him?
I guess he's not used to being treated like a human being.
Wonder why little Joe didn't come back with him.
Oh, boy, he probably got halfway out and decided to go back and make up to Ellie.
Should have been home hours ago. Strange boy, that Sam Kirby. Well, I guess that's what happens when you've never been given a helping hand.
He got himself so far out on that limb, he didn't quite know how to get himself off. Well, it's been a hard day, Pa. Better get to bed.
Don't worry about little Joe, Paul. He can take care of himself.
Good night, Haas. Good night, Adam.
Good night.
Night, Paul. He's sure enough worried about Joe, ain't he?
Well, you know how he always is about him.
Hey, where are you going?
I'll be right back.
You think you'll need any help?
Couldn't even wait till morning, huh? Why are you so touchy, Sam?
No reason. I just want to get out of here.
Then nothing my father said made any difference to you, huh?
Why don't you Cartwrights leave me alone? I'm full up to here. And here's your vest. I don't want it.
Sam, is it really the kindness that's killing you, or is it something else?
I just don't like a lot of people asking me questions.
Why not? What have you got to hide?
Who says I got anything to hide?
Little Joe right about you all along? Is that what's bothering you, Sam? Adam? Adam, you around?
What's the matter?
I got hit in the head. Kirby slammed into me and ran off.
I guess he had us all fooled.
And particularly me. I think the sheriff is right about him. Little Joe, too.
He might have the answer to Joe's whereabouts. Well, let's get Haas and get saddled up and pick up his trail as soon as it turns light.
All right, once more.
You're wasting your time.
Which way? About time you were getting here. We gotta get moving.
What are you doing to him?
What did you find out? Did you find out which way the horse soldiers were coming in?
No, I didn't get a chance.
Maybe we still have a chance. He probably knows which way they're coming in. Why don't we just have you make him tell us?
Yeah, why don't you make me talk, Sam?
Go on. After all, you're practically one of the family.
Oh, what are you waiting for?
You ask him.
That living with the Cartwrights is making you go soft. It's his kind that put you in jail and took 8 years out of your life. You forgetting that?
No, I'm not forgetting that. But I know the Cartwrights well enough to know that he won't talk. If we stay here any longer, we'll never get out of here. Let's get going now.
You'll never get out of here. When my pa and brothers find out I didn't come home all night, them and the cavalry will be all over the place. You're not gonna make it.
Maybe we won't. But you won't be alive to know it. Kill him.
Hold it, Link. He just gave us the answer.
Yeah?
Yeah, take him with us. Joe Cartwright, riding out there in front. Then if we get trouble from any of the other Cartwrights, he gets a bullet right in the back.
Might work.
Ramos, go get Andy. Saddle up the horses.
Link, get the money out of the cave. All right, Pardo. Pardo!
You sure waited long enough. You took 10 years off my life.
Well, I just hope I didn't take 10 years off my life, too.
Now, don't worry. You got friends now. Friends that'll stick by you.
I know that. I'll be all right. What about those other two?
Yeah, let's pick them up.
Looks like little Joe didn't wait for the army.
Hey, he's got Sam with him. Looks like we was wrong about Sam, Paul.
Yeah. Looks like we were all wrong about Sam Kirby.